Throughout this presentation, I will teach you how to use Smart Notebook. While watching this presentation video, please use the handouts to take any notes. For more tutorials on the Smart Notebook, please follow the video links provided on the reference page. But also please keep in mind that the use of an iPad is only optional, just to coincide with the Smart Notebook. By the end of this presentation, you should be able to see how Smart Notebook can help a teacher to meet the educational goals for their students, whereas Smart Notebook acts as a tool of instruction for meeting these specific goals. When opening the Smart Notebook, be sure that the Smart Board, the projector, and the computer are all turned on and connected to each other. And when you're done, you can click on the Smart Notebook icon on your desktop, and then when you open it, you will also see that just as in Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel, the toolbar will be located at the top. This is the first page that will appear when opening Smart Notebook. In a classroom where technology does not exist, students typically walk into the classroom where the whiteboard is blank at the start. By the end, the day's notes have consumed the board. This toolbar is a screenshot directly off of a computer. These are the tools that you can work with while using Smart Notebook. This presentation will expand on some of these tools. In terms of human-computer interaction elements, this toolbar supports simple navigation, visual abilities, clarity of picture, robust, and links that work. Each link performs a particular task. These tools are used very often when using Smart Notebook and allow the teacher to move through a lesson with even more precision than writing on a traditional whiteboard. For example, shapes are more exact and are drawn much more quickly. Using each of these tools, technology aids in the goals of a class may allow the lesson to move much more quickly, eliminating writing on the board and drawing pictures. Shapes and lines are commonly found in the mathematics classroom, and drawing them the way that teachers expect students to draw them is often difficult when time becomes a constraint. Teachers expect students to draw lines with a ruler and shapes with rulers, or in the event of a circle, with a compass. During a 40-minute class, this could become time-consuming. Smart Notebook allows you to select the tool and draw it quickly. Again, we find technology aiding the educator during the class. Time is not wasted, meaning educators can fit more into a 40-minute lesson. In terms of assisting goal achievement, this is a great way to show students what you expect on their homework. If you draw a crooked line and an ugly circle during class, what is to stop a student from doing this on their homework? What message is this sending students about the neatness of their homework? Shapes and lines promotes neatness while also providing aid to the educator in terms of lesson relating to shapes and lines. Some teachers enjoy using websites to support them in their lesson. Smart Notebook Transparent Backgrounds allows you to point out pieces of the website and annotate right on the website. This is a useful tool to use while showing students how to use their resources properly. Earlier we said that a traditional classroom typically starts with an empty whiteboard. Is that always the case? No. Sometimes educators have everything pre-printed on the whiteboard and want to go section by section while explaining the information to their students. Issues here include students going ahead and missing the explanations or students rushing to keep up. With the curtain, a teacher can pre-print all of the notes and hide them. This aids the educator in terms of regulating the pace of the class. Teachers can keep everyone together and check for clarity throughout the lesson, without fear of students moving too far ahead and potentially missing something. As a math teacher, these tools aid in every lesson. Less time is spent drawing and estimating. Students know what is expected of them, that is precision. This teaches the students to use the proper tools to complete a task. The gallery is a great resource. In a mathematics class, the graph paper is constantly used from this section. The gallery is very user-friendly and allows the educator to locate pictures by simply using the search prompt. Now that Smart Notebook has been introduced to you, let's consider some ways of sharing the information with students. Therefore, supplying notes to students via the internet has pros and cons. First, to use the iPad as digital writing surface, follow the following steps. Upload PDF file to class on Google Classroom. Make sure the students have Gmail accounts. Have each student retrieve the PDF file and open in Notability. Students will then be able to write on the iPad and save their work through Notability. Once a lesson is completed, the teacher can also save the Smart Notebook file as a PDF and post in the Google Classroom for any students to access at home and for any students who are absent from class. The pros is it eliminates papers, supports technology within the classroom, gives students a proper way of problem solving, and provides notes to students that are absent. Cons is that each individual student needs an iPad as well as internet access. And as always, technology has limitations and potential problems that can occur. In a traditional classroom, students were given notes in class. A teacher could make copies and distribute to the class just as quickly as posting notes to Google Classroom. Therefore, teachers need to make sure they have a handout designed, they run copies as needed, and they distribute within the class and use the smartboard and projector to complete the notes. Pros for this is the internet is not needed, no iPads are needed, and technology limitations and potential problems are eliminated with exception of the smartboard, projector, and computer. Cons are that students are not becoming visual to the 21st century technology skills, as well as students are using problem-solving skills that were used decades ago. Traditional HCID theory and methods are foundational but limited for delivering a full range of knowledge that can equip students for future trends of emerging technologies. Elements of HCI design considered for this presentation were user-friendly, iPad-organized, simple, and process will be learned by the students. The ease of access, which was Google Classroom, Notability, and Internet each have an icon. There were visual and auditory abilities, all accessible on the iPad. Navigation was touching requested icon or button located on the screen. User can save word and return. Therefore, Notability allows students to save their work digitally and return it to the teacher if need be. These are some references that were used in the creation of this presentation. Please remember that the links within the presentation can be used as supportive information.